Going on, people? So there is a price drop coming to the PS4. Um, some people are saying it so PlayStation can maintain their lead in this current gen, and others are just like, well, you know, so people will go pick it up. Me personally, I tend to, think about what's been going on lately, and I happen to have come across an article not too long ago where Sony had come out and said that, hey, we want to cut 2 million sales out of the projected year end from PlayStation 4. And with me and how I think, if PlayStation does price drop, what my brain tells me is maybe they want to make up the 2 million that they're cutting by saying let's drop the price and see if we can't entice 2 million people to buy our system and get those 2 million sales back. I mean, that's just kind of common sense there. You get what I'm saying to you? That's just common sense. Because at the rate the system's going now, with the price it is now, the 2 million loss, okay, it's looking to stand at 2 million loss and might do 18 million for the year. But if they drop the price now, and then when Black Friday hits it has another price drop for Black Friday, maybe that 2 million won't actually be 2 million. Maybe it'll be more like a half a million instead of 2. So that just seems like a smarter business move. Again, this is just how I'm looking at it. You don't have to look at it this way. I'm not telling you to. This is just how I think, because I do a lot of common sense. I do a lot of mathematicals here, and I know how, when it comes to money, I personally would go about it. And that's one way I would go about it, because again, me, if I'm doing this, I'm thinking, okay, people were playing out with, the Xbox One X. You got developers talking good about it. You got Xbox doing incredible promotions with it, and it's not even out yet. And you're already losing over on Sony. I'm not saying that they're doing horrible. They're still number one right now. But if I want to guarantee that this thing is not going to lose 2 million projected sales, even though I've already said this out loud publicly, if I want to go as close to those 2 million as possible, the best possible way to do this would to see a price drop before Black Friday. And then when the Black Friday sale hits, because you got Black Friday, then you have Cyber Monday, and bam, right there is another price drop for that weekend alone. So that's the quickest way to gain those 2 million back in. And I think that's pretty much what this is doing. I think that's what they're trying to do. They might not be thinking that way. That might be just how I think about it. But again, my brain works just a little different. Because I know right now, right out the gate, Xbox One X is not going to have a Black Friday sale. It's the brand new system from Xbox. It's going to be $500. There's going to be no price drops. The two systems that will are the Xbox One Original and the Xbox One S. Those are going to be the ones that actually do sell really well. The Xbox One X are going to sell to those really hardcore devoted Xbox One fans. But as far as like everybody else, I don't see them spending $500 on an Xbox One X, because like I said, it's not going to have any price drops. But PlayStation, as far as them having a price drop, it to me seems like, logically to me, this is a way for them to make up those 2 million that they've already cut from the projected year sales. And, depending on how much they drop, they could easily make up those 2 million And again, if they do it sooner than later with Black Friday, they could make that up. If not beat that 2 million, they could be like, hey, we made up the 2 million plus we made a little bit extra on the side. And that's if they handle it well and they actually do what they're supposed to. And they don't just do it with the fucking PS4 Slim. If they do it as alongside the Pro, and they start, actually advertising the Pro and handling the marketing on the Pro the right way, we could definitely see a shift on PlayStation side of things, because, the VR isn't being handled like it ought to be either. But, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, come on now. Not to mention we still have the whole fucking conference they normally hold, I think, once a year, but that's not till December, so that's like after Black Friday. So there's still shit going on, but this alone in of itself, I don't think they're gonna be doing this just so they can maintain their fucking lead, as others have, said this is why they're doing it. No, that's not the reason. The reason is because that article came out talking about PlayStation and their financial situation, which I've kept an eye on this entire time, because we're honestly, this is from me, we're fucking lucky to have a PS4. Okay, I don't think you understand how lucky that we are, the customers. We are fucking lucky to have a PS4. You can say, oh no, that's bullshit, but financially, PS3 put PlayStation, put Sony, and Sony was already fucking dying as a company, and they are dying as a company now. And PlayStation 3 was not the financial stronghold that PlayStation 4 is, kind of. It's still not as stronghold as they want it to be. PlayStation 3 was not as good as PS4 was, and it for damn sure was never as good as the PS2 was. The PS3 hurt Sony, and like I said, PS3 was not doing anything as good as people think. As much as they want to wish it was doing, it wasn't. So we're fucking fortunate to have a PS4. Okay? Very fortunate to have a PS4. And you need to really stop pressuring them for a PS5. Stop with the pressuring bullshit. But like I said, a price drop is just pretty much going to help them hopefully hit that goal of 20 million for the fucking year. And that's all it's going to do. It's not going to help them maintain their lead. That could fall off at any moment. Any moment. The tides could turn, and PlayStation would not be number one anymore. Okay? That's just a blink of an eye, a fucking hiccup, a fart, a cough, whatever. That could change overnight. And I know that seems like, no, it couldn't. It really could. Okay? A price drop isn't going to help anything. The only thing a price drop is going to help them hit their projected sales. And I hope it does, because like I said, this company is slowly dying, and it doesn't need to go out like a fucking kicking and screaming child being drugged out of a fucking store, which we've been watching since the PS3. Anyway, I'm gonna end it there. Deuces.